Dude, you need to get a life. And I say this with the utmost compassion and loving intention from my heart. I'm trying to keep it 100 with you. You need to get a life. This is going to be a stream of consciousness on my thoughts about decentering dating. Because believe me, brother, I've been there before. I mean, dude, I'm a hopeless romantic. What do I do other than talk and reflect about relationships? It's hard. We all want love, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. We get up every day and we work hard and we survive capitalism and we do everything in our power and we combat the mental demons every single day. And at the end of the day, all any of us really want is someone to hold our face gently in their hands and caress our cheek and go, I love you and I see you and I want the best for you and you are beautiful inside and out. That's really, I mean, come on. Doesn't that sound amazing? And we all get caught up in our lack of this, or the fact that we had it at one point in time and now we no longer have it, or do we even believe that such a love exists? Do we even believe in any of this? But if I could go back in time, however many years, to myself at any point in my young adulthood, in my teenhood, any time, I would go, girl, you need to get a life outside of thinking about this. I know not everyone has this problem, but I'm talking to you if you do. So there's nothing wrong with wanting love, but you need to do something else, dude. I swear to God, the solution is not at the level of the problem. I have spent months, years of my life in a yearning state. Yearning for something I once had, or yearning for something that does not exist or never has existed, and sitting and wondering why don't I get a text back? Why didn't things work out? Why don't I get a life? Let me tell you, the past year of my life has actually been me getting and having a life. And yes, that's in conjunction with me just growing up and gaining more independence, but it's also a conscious effort to stop making dating and romance the top level of importance. Now, okay, love does trigger the same part of your brain that drug addiction does. I will say that. So yes, love is a difficult addiction and it feels really good. Oxytocin and dopamine feel really freaking good, okay? Nothing wrong with that. And you deserve time to be sad and to focus on that part of your soul that yearns for love. I'm not saying throw out all of your emotions and go work. Get your ass up and work. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all, baby. Do not misconstrue my words. But I've spent so much time sad. Nothing wrong with that. Like, again, a lot of art comes from it. This type of experience and knowledge comes from it. But if at any point sooner, I had gotten up and been like, you know what? Maybe I need to go take a class on something. Maybe I need to go involve myself in a community event. Maybe I need to plan something. Maybe I need to go on a trip. And yes, I would do that a little bit, but forming your own life is so important. There was a time when every experience I had, everything I did, it was mostly taken up by romance. What's going on in my love life? That was what my life orbited around. And not like, that's a normal thing if you're like in a really serious long-term committed relationship, or if like you live with something like, but as a young person who's trying to become a person, why was that the number one dictator of what I was doing in my life? You can't let that be. This is why young dating is so complicated, because if you fall in love at a young age, you are intertwined. The dating and your growth as a human are very intertwined. Like, it's integral to the way that you know life to be. And if you don't get, really lock down and set an intention to figure out what you like and who you are outside of this confusing clusterfuck that love and dating is, you kind of get a misperceived sense of self and can end up falling into unhealthy patterns and not, learning what your hobbies are and how you like to express yourself. We need hobbies, okay? You need hobbies. This is one of my hobbies. Even just talking about my experience in the past of loneliness, that's a hobby. Writing sad songs about romance, that's a hobby. But it's something outside of sitting there wallowing over not getting a text back. Get a life! Get a freaking life! Okay? And this is what was crazy to me. Okay? For that time when romance or heartbreak or whatever was dictating everything that was going on in my life, that was so stressful. I was relying on other people, the people I liked, the people I didn't like. Like, I was relying on my love life to make stuff happen in my life, mine, not anybody else's, my life. And as soon as I started truly pursuing myself, my hobbies, making more time for my friends, making more time for my family, making more time for things that I truly wanted, things didn't feel so up and down anymore. I would always be like, no, I have to keep this on a tight leash. I have to make sure everything's going well in my love. Like, I have to make sure everything's going well or everything's going to go to shit. And I'm going to stop being responsible. I'm going to stop wanting to do anything. Nothing's going to happen anymore. Until I, got a life. And now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what drama's going on or how my date went the other day or da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't matter because I have a fucking life. I have a life. And that is just awesome and beautiful. That is just awesome and beautiful. And it's so much less stress on your dating life when you have your own life. That makes everything in your love life way better. Because it's not like, no, I need you to make me happy or everything's gonna freaking crumble. It's like, I make myself happy. You're my cherry on top, baby. You're my cherry on top. That's how it's supposed to be. And I know this is big whoop-de-doo, new revelations made. It's not a new revelation, okay? Everyone says, you need to be your own person. You need to have your own life outside of your love life, okay? Some of us love really hard. Some of us put our whole body and soul into it every single day. And it's a little unhealthy sometimes. Let's just say that some of us are a little unhealthy about it, okay? But the intention is good. The intention is good. But let me say, the more that you focus on yourself, the more that everyone that you love, romantic or not, benefits. The more that you focus on cultivating a happiness in your life, the less of a pain in the ass you are. To put it quite simply, if you're constantly self-sacrificing for everyone else, you're not going to be very pleasant to be around because you won't have enough of your own attention. You're not cultivating enough happiness for your own self. You're going to start blaming everyone else who didn't even necessarily ask you to dedicate all of your time and effort and energy and people-pleasing abilities to them. You start looking at them and going, you guys are the reason my life sucks. You might a little bit be the reason that your own life sucks. There comes a point, truly, in life when you must take accountability for everything that's ever happened to you. Dude, even the worst stuff that wasn't actually your fault, you have to take accountability at some point for how you deal with it and how you let it affect your everyday life and what you're going to do with it. Because transmutation is the most powerful thing that you can do with pain in your heart. If you're sitting around moping because you're heartbroken, because you don't have a text back, channel it into creative energy. Dude, channel it into something. My best works of art are because I was the most sad and down and out ass bitch. The only reason I'm able to say this right now is because I've been a really sad and down and out ass bitch before. And when I tell you I'm keeping it 100, I'm really trying to keep it 100 with you, dude. So yeah, if you're scared of not making progress because you're so occupied with your love life, get a life. Do something else. And then no matter what's going on in your love life, no matter who's hitting you up or being weird, you're going to have your stuff going on. And that is what's going to keep you sane. And that is what's going to make you a fun person to date and to be around. Trust me. Trust me, everybody benefits when you have a life, including you, including your heart. That's what they say about people, like, when people lose themselves in relationships. It's like, you're not supposed to get into a relationship and stop being yourself. You do all these things to, like, impress somebody, and you show them all your best qualities. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this, and this, and this, and then you get together, and then you're just like, oh, I love you so much, I want to be together with you every freaking second. There goes all your hobbies. There goes all your friendships. There goes everything you do if you're not careful. It's not always conscious. It's usually not conscious. You just wake up one day and you're like, oh, I haven't made any art in months. I haven't hung out with my friends in months. It's tragic. Baby, your life, your hobby should be the most important to you. And anyone you love, any love you experience, any romance you experience should add to that. And they should care that you're pursuing your hobbies. They should say, hey, do you want any help with your hobbies? Like, when was the last time you did that? Like, we should help each other be better people, because that's how true synergy is supposed to work. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But I just wanted to let you know. And I'm not trying to hate on you. This is the thing. Everything happens for a freaking reason. I don't care if you spent the last 2 years of your life in a draining relationship and all you did was, like, lay in bed and neglect everything else about your life. You can start as soon as you decide you want to. And so often, most of the time, before change happens, you must experience some bullshit. Before you realize your potential, sometimes you have to be so weighed down that when that weight comes off you, when you decide to push it off you, you spring the up. We're going up, okay? I know times are hard right now. Be compassionate with yourself, most of all, okay? Because, goddamn, I've spent so much of my life in fear that I wouldn't get here, exactly where I am right now. But here I am, and it all happened for a reason. So I just want to let you know that there's always a divine plan working out for you. You just need to believe in yourself, and you need to value yourself and your time, because it's fucking valuable. Stay swaggy, my bibble bonk scronculi. I love you. Thank you for freaking subscribing to my YouTube channel. You guys are the best. And Ozzy out.